Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Raleigh where the state has updated the flu deaths numbers for the week. Now, state health officials say another 16 people died from the flu since the last update a week ago. The Department of Health and Human Services says statewide flu deaths now stand at 279. Deaths across the state peaked just after the holidays and have been declining since then. So far this season, 217 deaths were people 65 years of age or older. 40 deaths were between 50 years and 64 years old. 15 deaths were registered for people between 25 and 49 years old. 6 were between 5 and 17 years old, while there was 1 death for an under 5-year-old child. Now, last season, 544 people died from the flu, the highest number since 2009. And now we want to turn our attention to a social media lawsuit that has ensnared Meta on Facebook and Instagram. And Mark Zuckerberg is set to testify at the trial. NBC's Laura Jarrett has more on what this trial means for social media moving forward.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg expected in a Los Angeles courtroom today as the tech giant seeks to fend off a massive lawsuit filed by families who say Zuckerberg and others have created a generation of kids hooked on social media.
I want the truth about what's happening.
Zuckerberg likely to face a grilling over what steps his companies have taken to protect children and teens. Users like the California woman at the center of this landmark trial, who says she developed anxiety and depression and engaged in self-harm after she started using Instagram and other apps at 10 years old. Her attorney accusing Meta, which owns Instagram, of intentionally building the platform to operate like a digital casino.
Mark is famous for his slogan, go fast and break things. And he needs to be held accountable for what's been broken.
Parents of other users gathering outside the courthouse in prayer Tuesday, growing emotional at times.
Lost my 15-year-old son, Mason.
Several determined to face Zuckerberg in person.
I just would love accountability.
The tech CEO, no stranger to criticism. His companies have fallen short when it comes to keeping kids safe, grilled on Capitol Hill 2 years ago.
Your product is a disaster for teenagers.
Senator,
and yet you keep
true.
right on doing what you're doing. Right?
That's not true. That's not true.
At one point turning to face grieving parents, holding the photos of children they've lost. But Meta has fiercely denied they should face any liability in this case, a spokesperson saying the evidence will show she faced many significant, difficult challenges well before she ever used social media. Instagram boss Adam Mosseri also forced to take the stand, telling the jury last week, "I believe it is our responsibility to keep people safe," pointing to certain safeguards the company has added over time, like a feature that sends nudges reminding teens to log off at night.
And again, that was Laura Jarrett reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast. It's a hot day out across eastern North Carolina, considering the time of year. You got to keep that in mind. Normally, we would anticipate air temperatures hovering around the upper 50s to low 60s right now. Now, one of the cooler spots on the map currently is Morehead City, currently coming in at 62 degrees. Southwesterly winds blowing in around 18 miles an hour. But as you head further inland, you're greeted with a little bit more heat. Right now, Greenville, 10 degrees warmer than where we're at along the coast. 72 degrees right now over, well, it's like not only Dowdy Ficklin off on the left-hand side of your screen, but even Clark LeClaire there enjoying a little bit of some heat, but a lot of wind. Winds are a big reason why we are as warm as we are right now. Without those winds, we would not be seeing air temperatures in the low 70s. But we've got the winds, and that has pushed air temperatures up around 10 to 20 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday at this same time. Wind speeds currently range between around 15 to 25 miles an hour sustained. Gusts right now currently higher than that, ranging between around 25 to 35 miles an hour. In fact, New Bern registering a 43 mile an hour gust. That's pretty pretty strong there. Certainly over tropical storm force gust right now in New Bern. Coming up for tomorrow, we are going to maintain a lot of the heat today through the day tomorrow. We will also maintain a lot of the cloud cover. Cloud cover is going to be present. We will see a few isolated raindrops get squeezed out of those clouds as we head through the day tomorrow. But I think more of the focus is going to be back on the heat, back in the low 70s, and winds a little bit more relaxed tomorrow than what we are seeing today. Now, we've got more rain showers on the way for this upcoming weekend. If you're hoping for sunny skies on Saturday and Sunday, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is going to be cloudy this weekend. Saturday morning all the way through Sunday evening, cloud cover is going to be with us. Now, we will see a much better opportunity for rain showers over the weekend than what we're going to see over the next few days. Coming up for tomorrow and Friday, giving it around a 20 to 30% chance of rain. Then we get into the weekend as a stronger cold front is expected to move in on Saturday and into Saturday night, giving eastern North Carolina an opportunity for widespread rain. And it is needed. There is a large portion of the east right now that is currently under a severe drought. Not abnormally dry, not a moderate drought, but a severe drought. And that's something, again, that only rain can fix. So getting the raindrops on Saturday or Sunday, not obviously ideal for anybody who's looking to get outside on the weekend, but it is, again, necessary for us to keep our fire danger down, but also to make sure that, well, farmers don't, crops don't struggle once again we start to see some planting happening over the next few weeks. Obviously not quite to growing season just yet. Overnight lows back down below freezing Monday night into Tuesday morning of next week as we get another taste of winter. But this today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow certainly looking like spring wants to get here faster than the calendar is suggesting. Well, that's all we have time for today's 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back coming up at 2:30 with a new episode of Charlie Loves Science. We are going to be focusing on a new Smithsonian-led survey of coral reefs across the globe and highlight the status of coral reefs as we speak today. We'll have more on that coming up at 2:30. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.